The courtroom was electric as Elon Musk made his grand entrance, a tech mogul ready to confront the Queen of Hollywood herself, Whoopi Goldberg. This was no ordinary legal battle. It was a clash of titans, a showdown that the world had been waiting for. Whoopi, known for her outspoken views, had taken shots at Musk for months, criticizing his decisions on the X platform. And now, the moment of truth had arrived. Musk had one goal: to expose the truth. He wasn't about to let Whoopi's words go unchecked. The tension was palpable as the judge called the courtroom to order. Whoopi sat with her arms crossed, her face a mask of defiance, but anyone who could read her knew she was nervous. Elon Musk, on the other hand, sat like a calm storm, ready to unleash whatever he had in his arsenal. The air was thick with anticipation, and the world was watching. The media, the fans, even the haters, they were all tuned in, waiting for the truth to come crashing down. Musk had promised that he had the receipts, and it wasn't long before the courtroom was filled with a parade of shocking evidence. Emails, messages, figures, damning documents were laid bare, one after another, as Musk's legal team presented their case. The contents of these files were jaw-dropping. Whoopi's face shifted from confidence to shock as she realized that the walls were closing in. Musk wasn't just throwing around accusations. He had the proof to back it all up. The courtroom was on fire with whispers. Whoopi Goldberg, the beloved Hollywood legend, was struggling to maintain her composure. She knew she was in deep trouble now. Musk wasn't playing around. The tech billionaire had meticulously crafted his case, and as each piece of evidence was revealed, it became clear. Whoopi's public statements were about to come under serious scrutiny. The accusations that she had been part of a larger narrative to smear Musk were becoming undeniable. But the most shocking part? Whoopi didn't know how to react. She trembled as Musk's lawyer read through the emails she'd sent to high-profile figures, expressing concerns about Musk's management of X. The tech mogul had been accused of creating chaos on the platform, but the evidence now suggested something more sinister. Was Whoopi part of an orchestrated campaign to control the narrative? Could she have been manipulated by others in Hollywood? Whoopi, the courtroom buzzed. The energy shifted as Musk's team revealed messages showing her involvement in private meetings with key media figures. It was clear that she had been more than just a passive observer. Her influence, her voice, had been used to fuel the media storm against Musk. Questions in the air were deafening. Had Whoopi been knowingly pushing a fabricated story to the public? Was she trying to control the media's portrayal of Musk for a larger agenda? The weight of these revelations was too much for Whoopi to bear. She tried to keep her cool, but it was impossible. Musk had caught her off guard. She had always prided herself on being untouchable, a pillar in the entertainment world. But now, in this courtroom, it was evident that she was vulnerable. Her career, her legacy, on the line. She had no idea that a legal battle would strip her of her public image so dramatically. Musk wasn't done. He'd saved the best for last. As the evidence mounted, he dropped the bombshell everyone had been waiting for. With a grin that sent chills down the spine of everyone in the room, Musk turned to face the judge and said, "I have more." And just like that, the room fell into silence. What did he mean by this? What was Musk about to reveal? The room was frozen in anticipation. Whoopi's eyes widened. She could feel the sweat on her brow as she realized the stakes were higher than she ever imagined. The judge banged the gavel, calling for a short recess, but the damage had already been done. The media had already caught wind of the bombshell moments, and the social media storm began almost instantly. On X, fans of Musk were celebrating, claiming victory even before the trial was over. Musk is exposing the truth. Hollywood's dirty laundry is finally being aired, one tweet read. Musk's supporters were jubilant. This was exactly what they had been waiting for. Whoopi's fans, however, were not taking this lightly. They stood firm in her defense, claiming that Musk was just using his power to silence criticism. Elon Musk is just playing games to distract from the real issues, one person tweeted. The debate raged on as the trial took a break, but everyone knew that the stakes were higher than ever. Whoopi wasn't going down without a fight. What made this even more intense was the fact that the media itself seemed divided. Some outlets were quick to throw their support behind Musk, calling him the hero of free speech. Others sided with Whoopi, calling her a victim of a tech mogul abusing his power. This wasn't just a legal battle, it was a battle for public opinion, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. After the break, both sides returned to the courtroom, but there was a shift in the atmosphere. Whoopi had been shaken, but her resolve was starting to show again. She looked Musk dead in the eyes, a defiant expression on her face. She knew she had to take control of the situation, but she also knew that the truth was not on her side. Would she crumble, or would she fight back with everything she had left? Musk's team fired back with even more evidence. One of the most explosive pieces was a document showing that Whoopi had been in contact with multiple journalists, trying to shape the story against Musk before the public even knew what was going on. These were not just random opinions. This was a concerted effort to destroy Musk's reputation and his businesses. And the worst part? It seemed like Whoopi had been a willing participant in this media war. With each new piece of evidence, Whoopi's defense crumbled. She couldn't deny the messages, the emails, the documents. Everything was right in front of her. The walls were closing in, and there was nowhere to hide. Her career, which had once been untouchable, was now on the edge of collapse. Would she be able to weather the storm? Or was this the end of the line? Musk's supporters were beside themselves with excitement, praising him for bringing the truth to light. Whoopi's lies are finally exposed for the world to see. One comment read, "Musk is doing what no one else in Hollywood has the guts to do. Stand up to the media machine." Musk had gone from a tech mogul to a hero in the eyes of many. But Whoopi's supporters weren't giving up. "This is all just a ploy to shut down a woman who dares to speak her mind," one tweet screamed. The hashtags were flying, with fans of both sides digging in for a long battle. Musk and Whoopi weren't just fighting each other. They were fighting for their legacies, for their careers, and for control of the narrative. Whoopi's legal team tried to regain control, but it was clear that the evidence presented by Musk was devastating. The public didn't care about legal technicalities. They wanted the truth. And in that moment, the truth was that Whoopi had been a central figure in a campaign to smear Musk. How could she ever recover from this? The courtroom drama reached its peak as Musk's final piece of evidence was revealed. A set of confidential documents showing that Whoopi had been part of a strategy to sway public opinion through carefully orchestrated media interviews. The documents were shocking. Whoopi's reputation was now in jeopardy like never before. Could she bounce back from this? The courtroom was filled with whispers as the judge declared a short recess. But the damage was done. Whoopi's public image was tarnished, and Musk's supporters were celebrating a major victory. Would Whoopi be able to salvage her career, or was this the beginning of the end for the Hollywood icon? Stay tuned, because this legal battle was far from over. The storm was just beginning. The world was watching, and the question on everyone's mind was, what would happen next? The courtroom was buzzing with anticipation as the final moments of the trial approached. Musk had presented everything: emails, documents, messages, even insider testimony. And now, all eyes were on Whoopi. Her team was scrambling for any shred of hope, but the evidence was clear. She could only sit there, trying to maintain her composure, but it was obvious that the weight of the situation was too much to bear. The stakes had never been higher. Elon Musk stood tall, ready for the last round. He knew that the world was watching, and this was his moment to finish what he had started. His team had proved that Whoopi wasn't just a critic. She had been actively involved in the media campaign against him. As he laid down his final words in court, there was a noticeable shift in the atmosphere. Everyone could feel it. Musk wasn't backing down, and he wasn't going to let Hollywood or the media control the narrative any longer. Whoopi, on the other hand, was becoming more agitated with every word. She had spent years building a reputation as a strong, outspoken figure. Now, all of that was unraveling in front of the world. She was fighting for her legacy, and the courtroom drama had exposed a side of her that many had never seen before. Her once solid public image was slipping through her fingers. The damage was done, and she knew it. The final moments in court were intense. The judge gave each side a chance to make their closing arguments. Musk's lawyers spoke passionately about the damage done to his reputation, how Whoopi's words had led to a smear campaign against him. "This isn't about a difference of opinion," they said. "This is about a coordinated attack on his character, and that's something no one should get away with." Whoopi's defense tried to hold on to the argument that she was just speaking out as a public figure. But the more they spoke, the more it felt like they were grasping at straws. The truth had already been laid out in front of everyone, and there was no denying the facts anymore. Whoopi, the seasoned media personality, was now caught in a web of her own making. As the judge deliberated, the courtroom fell silent. The air was thick with tension. Was Musk going to win this battle, or would Whoopi manage to pull off a miracle? The media outside the courtroom was going wild, speculating on what would happen next. Would Musk walk away victorious, or would the tables turn in favor of Whoopi at the last minute? And then, it happened. The judge stood, signaling that it was time for the verdict. Whoopi held her breath, her face pale, her body tense. Musk, on the other hand, was calm, almost to the point of being too relaxed. His team had done their job, and now it was in the hands of the judge. As the judge spoke, everyone leaned in, waiting for the bombshell that would drop next. The verdict came down, and it was a blow to Whoopi. The court ruled in favor of Musk, finding that Whoopi had knowingly participated in a campaign to damage his reputation. The judgment was clear. Her words had crossed the line from free speech to defamation. Whoopi was held accountable, and the implications of this verdict would echo across the media world for years to come. Musk's supporters erupted in celebration, cheering as if they had just witnessed a game-winning touchdown. "Elon did it! The truth has won," one person shouted. The media outlets immediately began reporting the results, and the headlines screamed about Musk's victory. But for Whoopi, it was a different story. Her reputation was in tatters, and it was unclear how she would recover from this massive public defeat. In the days that followed, the fallout was explosive. Whoopi's show, The View, faced a barrage of criticism, with sponsors starting to distance themselves from the program. Major brands, like L'Oreal and Procter & Gamble, quietly reached out to the show's production team, expressing concerns over the controversy. "We support free speech," one anonymous source from a major sponsor said, "but we also have to protect our brand's image." The writing was on the wall. Whoopi was under fire, and it wasn't just the legal battle that was causing her problems, it was the financial and professional fallout. Whoopi finally broke her silence. In a candid interview, she denied any wrongdoing, insisting that she had simply spoken her mind, as she always had. "I didn't mean to hurt anyone," she said. "I was just voicing my opinions." But the damage had been done. She couldn't erase the public perception that she had been part of a larger, coordinated campaign against Musk. And as for Musk, he had won. But it wasn't just about the legal victory. This was about sending a message. He had faced criticism, been smeared by the media, and now he had exposed the truth. His message was clear. No one was going to control the narrative about him. Not Whoopi, not the media, and certainly not Hollywood. As the dust settled, it became clear that this battle had done more than just change Whoopi's career. It had sparked a larger conversation about the power of social media, free speech, and the role of the media in shaping public opinion. People began to ask, Should celebrities have the power to control the narrative? Can a billionaire tech mogul stand up to the media machine? Or will they always win in the end? For now, the storm had passed. But one thing was certain. The legal showdown between Elon Musk and Whoopi Goldberg had changed everything. The battle for free speech, for control over the media, was far from over. And with Musk's victory, the question remained: who would be next? Whoopi was left to pick up the pieces, but she knew one thing for sure. This wasn't just a fight for her career. It was a fight for the soul of the media itself. Would she recover from this blow? Or had Musk's victory set the stage for a new era of media wars, where even the most powerful voices could be silenced by those who controlled the narrative?